Hello guys, welcome back to Southern Girl Cooks. Today we're going to be making sausage stuffed mushrooms. They're simple, they're quick, they're easy, they're tasty. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get some whole mushrooms. And the type of mushroom that you get is totally up to you. And you're going to wash them. And the way that you wash them is that you just wash them with cold water to remove any debris that's still left on them. And what you want to do is you want to break the cap, remove the cap. Now, I like to keep the caps because you can slice them up and put them in other recipes. So I always reserve the cap, but it's totally up to you. And they're really easy. You just break the, I guess, neck, if you will, and it'll gently pop out. And if you break the mushroom, it doesn't matter. So the next thing you're going to do is you want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees, and you're going to get a baking sheet and you're going to spray it down and bake these. And I'll show you. Woo! Clean up on aisle 3. Okay, so you want to grab your baking sheet. You want to put some Pam on it. And you want to put your mushrooms on it. Now you can cook as many mushrooms, of course, as you would like. It's only me, and so I don't need a lot. So the reason that we're going to bake the mushrooms first is because they carry a lot of moisture, and we want to cook some of the moisture away. So I am going to pop these in the oven. I'm going to keep them in the oven for about 30 minutes, just until they get a little more tender and some of the water cooks off of them, or the fluid cooks off of them. I'll be back. So I always like to start with the prepared pan, and I have some Pam that I've sprayed in the pan. You can use any nonstick spray that you like, or you can cook with a nonstick pan and you don't necessarily need the spray. I have sausage here. Now this is pork sausage, but you can use any type of sausage that you like. This is mild. You can use spicy. It's up to you. Now we're going to squeeze out some, and we're going to bring this over to take this over to the stove to cook it. You also need, in addition to sausage, you're going to need some cream cheese. And you're also going to need some type of shredded cheese. I have some Colby and Monterey Jack blend, and so I'm going to be using that. I've also made it with mild cheddar, sharp cheddar. You can make it with mozzarella cheese if you like, but I'll tell you, with the yellow cheeses, the presentation is beautiful. So you may want to stick to yellow cheeses. So let's go ahead and take this over to the stove and get cooking. So guys, as you can see, our sausage is starting to brown. Now I'm browning this, or starting to cook. I am cooking this on medium high, but you can cook it on medium high or medium. You don't want to cook it, you don't want the skillet to get too hot, because sausage will burn, especially sausage crumbles like this. It'll burn fairly quickly, and so I would say medium to medium high heat. Now it is just about ready. It's cooked all the way through, thoroughly cooked. Now we are going to take this and put it in our colander, because we do want to drain some of that oil off, or most of the oil off. And then we're going to mix in our cream cheese, our room temperature cream cheese, and our cheddar cheese, or whatever type of cheese you're using. We're going to be using, again, Colby Jack and Monterey Jack. Okay guys, so now that we've cooked our we've cooked our sausage, we've drained the oil off of it, you just want to gradually add in your cream cheese. And I'm going to grab a fork, and you just want to mix it up like so. The cream cheese is going to be kind of like a creamy glue, if you will, the glue that kind of holds this thing together. And I'm going to add a little bit more in there. And the way that you know you have enough is right now it's not really clumping together, but you'll know you have enough cream cheese when you notice that it starts to clump more. And you wouldn't really have to, I wouldn't really have to work with it as much. The cream cheese is not as warm as I would like for it to have been. Now, if you're pressed for time, you can pop it in the microwave to get it a little closer to room temperature. But if you use the microwave to do that, you want to make sure that you're watching it closely, because you don't want to burn the cheese. You don't want to overcook the sausage either. Okay, so it's starting to clump together a little bit better, a little more. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our shredded cheese. And this is going to be what you're going to stuff your mushrooms with. Guys, it is so, so yummy. I am really excited about this recipe. And guys, I'm going to be uploading videos 4 times a week, or I do upload videos 4 times a week. So please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. There's going to be quite a few different types of recipes. There's going to be, you know, some southern stuff. I also like to play with cooking. So I might do a curry or a Mexican type dish, so Caribbean. So please stay tuned for that content coming up. And if you haven't gotten an opportunity, please take a look at some of the other videos that I've already uploaded. So I am pretty happy with the consistency of this. And if you are a cheeseaholic, please add more cheese if you feel the need to do so. As I say in all my recipes, I'm just giving you really the groundwork, but you can make this recipe, or the foundation, you can make this recipe what you want it to be. So have some fun with it. So we're going to set this aside as our mushrooms are still in the oven cooking. And I'll come back, we'll stuff them, we'll bake them to melt the cheese, and we'll enjoy them. Earlier, so you see that water or that fluid sitting in there, and so we just want to go ahead and kind of cook that out of our mushrooms before we stuff. So I just went ahead and rinsed the mushroom, the pan that we cooked the mushrooms in. I rinsed that off to kind of get rid of some of that fluid that was on there. So now we have our mushrooms that have been baked, and we've gotten our sausage mixture together. So we are just going to stuff them, and we are going to pop them back in the oven. So I just grab a spoon and the mushroom and stuff the mixture in the mushrooms. Oh, it smells so yummy. Nothing like cheese and sausage. Like, how do you go wrong with that, right? And like, this is the one that broke apart, and like I was telling you earlier, it doesn't matter if it breaks, it's yours. So now you want to, okay, so now you want to put those back in the oven, and remember, the sausage is already cooked. Really, the goal now is just to melt the cheese, and it'll create a nice little crust on the top. That's beautiful. So I will be back when this is ready. It only takes about 15-20 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, guys, so these are our mushrooms. They are fresh out of the oven. I may or may not have already indulged in this one. Whew. So yummy. Guys, please, please, please do yourselves a favor. Make these sausage, cheesy stuffed mushrooms. They are so, so yummy. Oh my God.